Today we're going to talk to you about making sure everything is sanitized during the COVID-19 new shooter orientation. This is going to be anything from your firearms to anything that the student is going to be touching. I will be using the same wipe as it is a clean wipe, and we have just already disinfected all of these, but I wanted to go over what this needs to look like. So for our air pistol, you're going to pick this up. Any surface that the student or the teacher might need to touch needs to be sanitized, especially the grip, the trigger, and the trigger guard. And you're going to lay that down and allow it to dry. Same thing on the rifle, the forearm, all the way down to the stock. The cheek piece is very important as they're going to be putting their face there. The trigger, the safety, the trigger guard, as well as the plunger. You want to make sure this is clean because they're going to be putting their hands there as well. On the sights, if you choose to wipe those down, just be cognizant that if you touch those knobs, it will turn and can cause it to be off a little bit. On your bow, any area that they may come in contact with, especially the grip, as well as the limbs, because a lot of times when we're handing the limbs or the bow back and forth, we touch the limbs. We want to make sure that that's sanitized as well. And then any arrows that they're going to be coming into contact with, you want to make sure that you wipe them down all the way from the tip down to the nock and the fletchings as well, and allow those to dry. So in your kit, you need to have sanitizing wipes, you need to have glasses. We prefer the instructor wear clear glasses just so that the student can make eye contact with you. That's the one way that they're going to be able to see what kind of mood you're in or how they're doing. Make sure that you have extra masks with you. Most students will come with one that's already ready for them, but keep in mind face shapes change, or different face shapes on different students. And with their glasses, it can cause fogging issues, so you need to have different options. As well as gloves, you're going to need a bunch of gloves to stick with you. And hand sanitizer. Have the students use hand sanitizer when they get there, before they leave, and the instructor is going to use hand sanitizer in between every single student. You can do that on top of your gloves and allow them to dry, as well as keeping a nice roll of paper towels so that if you have too much hand sanitizer or something needs wiped down, you have that ready to go. My name is Crystal Bench, and I'm a Level 1 certified instructor in archery in the state of Oklahoma, and I serve as a volunteer in Payne County. What we're doing today is teaching you how to do new shooter orientation during the COVID-19 times, following the guidelines of the Oklahoma State University. What we have right here, we have our new shooter already on the line and ready to take place. And we have our parent or family member who lives in the same household whose job it is to watch the student when I have to walk off the line to get other things and come back. We're assuming that you have already gone over all of the first shot fundamentals with your student and you are ready and at the point that you're going to start shooting. At this time, I'm going to go pick up our sanitized bow, and I'll be right back. Remember when you're doing this that you're going to go ahead and follow the 11 steps to the 10 ring. I'm not going to follow every single step today. The gist is that we want you to understand the safety, because the safety is what is our primary concern in the 4-H shooting sports program. At this time, I'm going to hand this bow to Elizabeth. Thank you. You're welcome. Are you ready to load your bow? Are you ready to have some fun? Awesome. Okay, as the instructor, I'm going to load this bow just as normal, especially for a first-time shooter. At this time, Elizabeth, go ahead and take your mask off and hand it to your parent. Now I want you to pull your bow back to full draw like you're going to take a shot. And I still need to be close enough that if there's an issue or if I need to help adjust anything, that I'm standing right here just like we normally would do. Go ahead and let down, as we're not going to take this shot today. I'm going to remove this arrow, put it back in my quiver so that we are following all safety guidelines. And at this point, I'm going to take this bow and I'm actually going to take it with me so that the child is not standing there with the bow in their hand. I'm going to step a minimum of 6 feet away, and we're going to talk about that shot. Was there anything that you felt like you did differently or did wrong, or is there anything that you did perfect? Are you happy with your shot? Awesome. Then we're going to step back up, we're going to hand the bow back to the shooter, and we're going to do the process all over again. Once you've gone through all of the steps and all of the shots, you're going to take the bow, remove it from the line, and make it safe. We're going to go ahead and put your mask back on, please. We'll use some hand sanitizer. And at this point, I'm going to ask you and your parent to make your way behind the safety line.
Okay, good job.
And that is what our new shooter orientation should look like for archery.